A Department of Corrections officer admits he used excessive force on inmates while on duty. KUAM confirms the officer, who we are not naming for now, revealed in 2015 he, along with a fellow officer, forced two inmates to fight each other in the prison yard for their entertainment. The officer telling staff then that the injured inmate, quote, fell. Around that same time frame, the officer brought another inmate out to the yard after being called out to fight, before punching the inmate and causing him to fall to the ground. The incident was never reported to higher-ups, and the inmate was not taken to the prison infirmary for treatment. Then, in 2022, that same officer admitted he restrained an inmate for not being compliant, punching the prisoner at least a dozen times, resulting in the inmate needing medical treatment. The incident at the time was not reported to supervisors. The officer, only recently investigated by DepCor Internal Affairs, got a slap on the wrist with a letter of reprimand for endangering the life of prisoners. DepCor Director Fred Berdalio unable to speak to the specifics of the case.
Are inmates being treated like animals there? Are officers attacking or assaulting who they're supposed to be keeping watch of to protect them and guard them? What would
Yeah,
you say to that?
yeah, and of course, the officers since I come on board have been very professional, and they know that they have to hold up to their code of ethics, right? And they're supposed to be here to safeguard the inmates, not hurt the inmates in any way or harm them in any way or violate the law.
Separately, one officer was given a verbal warning while another brief suspension after both tested positive for using illicit drugs. Berdalio says his staff work with the Attorney General's office before he serves adverse action. The director also questioning how KUAM obtained the details of those investigations.
My assumption, Nick, is that someone in the department got a hold of either internal affairs documents or a personal record officer's documents or documents of the testing that they weren't supposed to have and provide it to you, Nick, the media, and for it to reach the news for the public.
But isn't the greater concern, though, about what's happening there at the prison, about the officers signing on, swearing to protect and do their duty in a drug-free workplace, rather than
Of course.
this information getting out to me?
Of course, all the officers know, and this has happened since Safe Harbor was taken away. We are committed to do random drug testing by our department, right, to detect those that are under the influence, of not only just illegal drugs, but even legal drugs.
The investigations coming to light as DepCor officers share concern that the so-called bad apples in the department are going unpunished.
If any of our employees feel there's any kind of corruption going on, and they want whistleblower protection, they're welcome to do that.